Well, hey everyone, and welcome to another episode with your girl Audrey Codner from ACG Math Tutoring. How are you guys this evening? Now, here's my thing. If you are a person that is, math is just not my thing, or I suck at math, or I hate math, or math hates me, this is the live for you. If you are trying to go after your GED, your ASVAB, your ACCUPLACER, or just getting a quick little refresher before we go back to school, this is the live for you. If you just want to sit, feel a little empowered, just like, I just want to hang out and do a little bit of math and take a break from the craziness called life, then this is definitely the live for you. So as I said, once again, my name is Audrey Codner, and yes, I'm the owner of ACG Math Tutoring. I have been a classroom teacher for 22 years, and I decided to come on TikTok to help you feel empowered about mathematics. So what I've been doing basically throughout the last 3, maybe 4 days is really hitting hard on the basics. So as you guys are coming in, go ahead and tap away. I usually get started in the 1K realm. So what we're actually doing today is we're solving equations with variables, either all on one side of the equal sign or on both sides of the equal sign. Now, the both sides, that's the one that gets a lot of people. Some people are just like, I know what to do, but I'm not sure where to start first. And that where I feel is my job, my gift for you, to help you to break all these concepts and break these math barriers down so you can achieve the greatness that you are. So you can actually show the world the greatness that you already have. But we're letting math get in the way. So as you guys are coming on in, go ahead and tap away. Taps are nothing but free. And go ahead and like it. Go ahead and join it. And if anything, if you know of anyone that could basically benefit from this live, go ahead and share the live. Trust me, you don't have to ask my permission. Just go ahead and do it. All right? So we're just going to have a little bit of music in the background. Really trying to get people in. And as soon as we hit 1K, I'm going to get myself started. So if we all just want to do a quick little mat tap, that will be awesome. So I'm seeing all these lovely people joining. Hello, Robert. How are you? Yes, another Saturday night. Can't believe we just finished the middle of the month. Like, it just turned August. Now it's time for everybody to get back. I know some of the parents are probably happy because they're getting tired of restocking that fridge, and I understand. Okay, almost there, guys. Go ahead. Prepping for your second live for the day? Nice. I'm doing all right. Doing okay. Had a couple clients today. And, doing some housework as usual, just trying to catch up, so everything will be all okie and dokie. All right, so as promised, let's get started. So we have 9x plus 11 minus, it's supposed to be a minus, I'm so used to doing equal signs all day, minus 5x plus 10 equals negative 15. Okay, so this is supposed to be a minus sign. So let me zoom in so we can actually see it a little bit better. Take in a little bit of the last part of the daylight here in Maryland. Okay, happy Saturday to you. Hey, Danny, how are you? All right, so we're going to break these things down step by step. So just like any other solving equation, the main goal is to isolate our variable. We want to get, in this case, our x on one side of the equal sign and everything else on the other side. So we want to know, what is that number that is going to make this equation into a true statement? So this is the thing that a lot of people kind of get jumbled up. We're going to take a look at one side of the equal sign at a time. So let me kind of bring my little half sheet of paper so we can really just get our view on one thing. So I'm going to cover this side of the equal sign because it seems like there's a lot going on here. So what we want to do is we want to make sure all our variables are on one side of the equal sign, which they are. And now we want to combine our like terms. So what we're talking about like terms, I'm talking about this 9x and this minus 5x. I'm also talking about this 11 matching up with this positive 10. Now this is the part that gets a lot of people. We're so used to, and actually I want to say programmed, to say, oh, whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, we do on the other. Well, guess what, my babies? We're all on the same side of the equal sign. So if we're on the same side, all we're doing is combining. So 9x minus 5x, that gives me my 4x. 9 minus 5 gives me 4. Now we have our 11 plus our 10, so that will give us a positive 21. Okay, there you go, Morty. Good. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, combining like terms, that's it. Keon, okay. So now we combined everything that we needed on this left-hand side. So now we're going to bring down our equals and this negative 15. So now we're just going to focus just on that 4x plus 21. So remember, we want to isolate our variable. So in order for me to isolate this 4x, that means that plus 21 needs to go to the other side. So in order for us to move it from one side to the other side of the equal sign, we got to do what's called the inverse, the opposite operations. Opposite of addition is subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 21 on both sides. So positive 21 minus 21, that gives me 0. But I don't need to write down the 0 because we already have something on this left-hand side that we can bring down, which is our 4x. So now we have negative 15 minus 21. Since they're both negative, we're actually going to keep that negative sign and add them together. So 1 plus 2, that gives me my 3. 5 plus 1, that gives me my 6. So we have a negative 36. Okay, good. So now, okay, Mixie, watch your signs. Watch your signs. Okay, so now we have 4x equals negative 36. So when I see 4x and there's not a plus or a minus sign in between the 4 and the variable, that means you're doing multiplication. Now the inverse of multiplication is division. And we're dividing both sides not by the negative 36, but by the 4. The reason why we're doing the 4 is because we want to get that x by itself. We want to isolate it. So now 4 divided by 4 gives me 1. Instead of writing the 1x, you can just write x because the 1 is understood to be in front, equals a negative divided by a positive. When the signs are opposite, your answer is always going to be negative. And 36 divided by 4, that gives me 9. So the number that's going to make this original equation into a true statement is going to be a negative 9. Okay, you can go in and like breaking things down. All right, yes I am. All right, good. These are your favorites? Awesome. Now, if you want to, you can check, because I'm not going to do this for every single solitary problem. But if you want to, you can check. You can plug in the -9 for wherever you see an X to see if it will give us our original statement of that -15. All right, so that is an option. I like to say that, but based on my time, I'm going to have to cut that short. Okay, so if we want, let me slide it over, and I'm only going to do this one time. So we have, I'm going to write check. So when we check it, it's going to be 9 times -9 plus 11 minus 5 times -9 plus 10. And we want to know if it's going to equal, I got to put it up here because I'm running out of room, if it's going to equal a -15. All right, so now we have our 9 times -9. That gives me -81. Bring down my plus 11. Now we have -5 times -9. And if you're wondering, why didn't I just do 11 minus 5 to give me 6 and then multiply the 6? Do not forget about PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, we can't forget that. Let's see if I can find it. Here we are. And if it's not PEMDAS for you guys, see here in the States we do PEMDAS, but there are some international people that's on here that I know you guys do this as well. Okay? So you still have to follow those rules. We do not like to wear our underwear outside our clothing. That was the 90s. We know better now. Okay? Okay? So now we have our -81 plus our 11. So this gives me -70. Because remember, we got to go from left to right. All right. So if we have our -70 plus 45, sorry guys, that gives me my -25, because I combined these two. Bring down my plus 10. And -25 plus 10, that gives us our -15. And that's what we were looking for. So that answer of -9 does work for us. Okay. Right? You missed the 90s. Yeah, there were some good times. All right. Well, thank you, Pete. Appreciate that. All right. So we're breaking it all down. I don't want you to come across a situation and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay? Not a problem. All right, so let's take a look at another one. So we have 102 is equal. I'm going to do this on purpose. Okay, so we have 102 is equal to 69 minus 7x plus 3x. So I'm trying to show you it doesn't matter where that equal sign is. The equal sign could be over here more to the left, or just like the previous one, the equal sign could be more towards the right. No matter what, our goal is to isolate the variable. So let's take that little piece of paper. Instead of looking at it as one big, let's see where most of my activity is happening. The equal sign is here, so I'm making it as a little barrier. So I'm going to cover up this side so we can focus on here. So now, What are my like terms? Go ahead. I see some people saying combine the like terms. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Andy. Okay, combine those like terms. All right, so Salva, yes, you want to combine your negative, not this one, let's try this, that negative 7x plus 3x. Yes, you want to combine those. All right, good. There we go. Okay, me, Dee. Got it. Yes, so we're going to bring down this lovely number. Keep it clean, guys. And we have negative 4x. And the negative 4x came from negative 7 plus 3. If you're like, oh, these signs are getting to me, think about it this way. You owe me $7. You gave me $3. You owe me $4, okay? Don't try to tell me like, oh, no, I paid you last week. But I'm like, no, receipts. Okay, keep receipts, especially with friends. All right, so we are bringing down the equal sign and bringing down the 102. So don't forget our goal. Okay, don't let this mess us up. Don't forget what our goal is. We want to isolate this variable. So this is right now, we got that negative 4 that's attached to that x. So what needs to move? Yes, Kia, I see you. Subtract 69 from 102. Okay, now we want to isolate. Yes. All right, the 69. Yes, subtract the 69. Minus Victoria. Good. Minus the 69. Cammy, subtract the 69. Very good, guys. So we're going to subtract the 69. What do I get when I subtract it? 102 minus 69. What is happening? Okay, so I'm seeing 30. Let me start from the very beginning. I want to give everybody the credit. Okay. All right, so Tay saying 33. Maroon Queen, hey, saying 33. Pookie saying 33. My butterfly 33. User, yes, says 33. Danny 33. Cammy 33. Kia 33. What kind of pens do I use? It's just a regular Sharpie S gel. Got it at the W. Yeah, we know where the W is. I know I'm supposed to boycott the W, but it was on sale. And the way my life is during the summer, I want to fight for the people, but there are things that I need. Because if you try to buy this at the supermarkets, it's like easily $7 to $8. It's a pen, like not a lifestyle change. I just need a freaking pen. It's crazy. All right. Before we go. Why not see how many times 4 go in 69? Okay, 4 cannot go into 69. There we go. Need to buy our supplies. Teachers need to buy our supplies. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about that question. Yeah, well, we will see. Because I'm telling you, we don't need to buy your supplies. All right, so we divide that and we have our 33. All right, so then someone told me, I think it was Kia, somebody else said that divide both sides by -4. Exactly. And yes, this is not going to give me a nice, lovely, even number. But guess what? Do not fear the fractions. All right? So if it was a 32, yeah, we'll get a nice, beautiful number. But to 33 over -4, this is an improper fraction. So how can I change this improperly rude fraction into a mixed number? What would it be into a mixed number? Yes, mixed fraction. Yes, 33 divided by 4. Okay, and it goes on 8 times. Good. Okay, so would my answer be positive or negative? Let's start there. Okay, no, it's not, because a positive divided by a negative is negative. Thank you, everyone. Good job, good job, good job. Okay, so then how many 4s can go into 33? 8 of them. Okay, just like it was mentioned earlier, because that will give me 32. So now 33 minus 32, that will give me 1 left over. And we always put it over our original divisor, which is a 4. The negative is being handled out here. Okay, so this is what it is as a mixed number. And I know some of my people would love to see it as a decimal, so that would be a -8, and 1/4 is the equivalent of 1 out of 4 quarters. Okay. All right. So again, it all depends, and I like to say this, it all depends on what's being offered on your test. If you're taking a GED, the ASVAB, the ACCUPLACER, once you solve, take a look at your answer choices. You should be doing POE, P-O-E, okay? POE is, not me being poor, POE is process of elimination. Okay, once you notice that you're not going to get an even nice round number, and if you see like say 12 and 8 and all those, you can eliminate those. And if the only number that's left is a -8 and 1/4, that's your answer. Click it, bubble it, circle it, and then move on. Okay, remember, when you do these timed assessments, it's not like doing a test in a regular classroom. In a regular classroom, us teachers, we love to see your work. We love to see your process. So if you screw up in one little spot, we can still give you partial credit. Now, when you take any kind of assessment, SAT, ACT, GED, ACCUPLACER, ASVAB, TEAS test, even the IBEW type of exams, any of those things, they don't care about how you do it. Even if you give you scratch paper or maybe a laminated paper that you can use a marker to do your scribbles and all that. They just care about, did you pick A, B, C, D, and some test E? Which one did you pick? Did you pick more of the correct answers than the others? Awesome. Here you go. Okay, so that mindset when you're taking these tests is completely different from the mindset that you have in the classroom. You need to show your work. And especially when you're an adult learner, that is so hard to do. It's so hard to switch or flick that switch. It's really hard to do, but it is needed. Okay, of course we're going to do another one. Not a problem. I know you always show your work, but then at the same time, these type of exams are timed. Okay? Once you run out of time, that's it. You can't go back. So that's the easiest way. Get those answers quick and in a hurry. All right. So let's try one more, and then we're going to try to do a mad tap. Because 7.8, come on. And there's over 795 people here. Come on, my babies. Come on. Tap, show a little love. And I'm going to take, as soon as I write this down, I'm going to take a moment to look into the chats, making sure I didn't skip anybody. Because if you do have a question, a serious question, put it in the chat. Okay. Mad tap. Fast tapping. Yep. Yep. Power tap. Always runs out. Yep. And that's the thing. Your time runs out because you're so used to being, like, you probably knew the answer about 5 processes ago, but you're so used to like, oh, I got to show all my work. They don't care. They really don't. They really don't. Okay. Okay, full steam ahead. I got you. I got you. And then Lily, it's okay. The reason why you dislike math is because how it was presented to you when you were younger. And you were put in a situation that you wanted to ask questions, and either you had a teacher that made you feel dumb, or you had classmates that made you feel dumb and not wanted you to ask questions. And the easiest way to blend in with everyone was to stay silent. And you're not by yourself, because I was exactly the same way. You know, you didn't want to be that person that want to ask a question when everybody's like, we can go to recess early. Yeah. You really want to be put in that position? No. No. All right. So we're seeing some answers here. Okay. So let's take a look. So again, I'm going to look at where my equal sign is right here. I'm going to put a nice little divide so I can remember where my balance is going to be. I'm going to cover up this 33, but I'm going to need to tackle this side. So what do you think I need to do first? Okay, so I'm seeing some 24. Okay, you skipped math and now you regret it. Well, Jesse, guess what? You're here, and I'm so glad that you're here. And we're going to take this whole thing step by step, okay? So, yes, first thing, we look inside the parentheses, yes, but there's nothing in there. There's no like terms for us to combine. So now we need to do the distributive property. I know for a fact there's probably at least 4 or 5 of you said, oh, I can divide both sides by 3. Okay? You need to get rid of that -4 if you were to do that little shortcut. If this -4x wasn't there, yes, have fun, do that. But since that bad boy is there, we can't do that. So now we're going to distribute this 3 to everything inside of the parenthesis. So let's move this over so we really can focus on. So like some of you guys are mentioning, which is awesome. I think you guys are getting a little spicy with the comments. So nasty. So early. It's only math. Relax. So 3 times 2, that gives us our 6x. And 3 times -5, that gives me -15. Okay? Notice we distribute to everything inside the parenthesis. Okay? It's almost like if you have some gum and your friends, you can't just give gum to this person. Oh, no. See, I got trifling ass friends. So if you don't give to one person, all of a sudden your Barbie doll gets set to fire. Okay? So then we have our -4x. And then we bring everything else down, the equals and the 33. So now, let me cover this up one more time. Now we got additional like terms to combine. So hopefully you guys are seeing it. Our 6x and our -4x. Okay, these operations are signs for the numbers to the right. So another way of thinking about this, your signage for number 4 is always to the left. The signage for the 15 is always to the left. The signage for the 6 is always to the left. And if you don't see anything, my baby, that means it's positive. So now we got 6 minus 4. And like some of you guys are putting there, awesome. 6 minus 4, that will give me my 2x. And then we bring down the -15. Bring down my equals and bring down the 33. And I know there's multiple people putting up their answers. It's 24, it's 24, it's 24, it's 24. Dude, keep your panties on. You'll be all right. All right. This is definitely a platform that I take it step by step. If this is going too slow, there are plenty other platforms you can go to. I appreciate you staying. I appreciate you tapping. But we like to take it step by step here. Okay? Trying to break down trauma. There we are. So now we have our 2x minus 15 equals 33. So we're trying to isolate that x. Okay. Hey, Apple user. Okay, give me a second. All right, so now we have to, yes, Danny, yes, Maroon, yes, Kia, TTG, yes, She Plugs Artistry. Okay. We got Chris, yes, we got to combine that. Mandy, yes. Here we go, Chris, not yet with the dividing of the two, but I know that's going to be coming next. Good job. So we're going to add our 15 because we're doing the opposite, the inverse. Okay. So negative 15 plus 15, that will give me 0. But we don't need that 0 as a placeholder because we have this 2x that needs to come down as well. So now you have like terms, 33 plus 15. That gives me 48. So now here we have 2x is equal to 48. So if we don't see a plus or a minus sign in between the number and the variable, that means you are multiplying. And the inverse of multiplication is division. So now you have x is equal to that 24 that everyone was having an aneurysm about. Jeez. Whatever happened to patience? Who hurt you? My goodness. His answer is 24. It's 24. Oh God, 24. Like, calm down. Do you need a hug, babies? Good Lord. Hey, Big Al. Oh, I know. I see. Red Diamond. The Russian challenge. Like, you don't have to rush, darlings. Good gosh. Okay, so you subtract it. Okay. All right. Yes, always want to do the inverse. Okay. Not a problem. Well, thanks for stopping in, Sava. Not a problem, CD. Yes, please. Thank you so much for people who are coming and following. And just go ahead and tap up. We should make our 50K easily. So let's go for this. Before I set up the next one, let's do a mad tap. Let's see what we can get in about 2 minutes. If everyone just mad taps, we should be able to make 50K in a heartbeat. Well, if we can make 25K, that would be fabulous. I'm good with that. All right, mad tap. So I should see a stream of red. I made your night. Oh, thanks. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah. Okay, Tina Williams. What's going on, Teen? What's happening? Arrogant? Aw. Is that supposed to be for me or for you? What's going on? Why are you being so hurtful to yourself? Girl, love. Okay, I'm glad you're ready to learn, baby, but here's my thing. I need my taps in order to do that. Are y'all loved? Do we need to have like an intervention? We need to have like a social enema? What's going on? It's like, go to the next. I'm ready learning. Thank you, Chris. You guys. Woo. All right. Okay, so let's step it up a notch. That was 3. Let's step it up a notch. Okay, minus 6. So x minus 3 equals 12. Okay. Let's see if I can fit it all in. Thanks so much for the taps and the shares. All right. Well, thank you, little bit. I appreciate you. I really do. Yeah, I know. TikTok brain rot. I know. Okay. All right. So we have a couple of things that's happening here. So we have 9 times 3x plus 6 minus 6 times 7x minus 3 equals 12. All right, so where's my equal sign? My equal sign is right here. So I know what one side and the other side will look like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up the side that has the 12 because we only have a number over there. But there's a lot of action going on over here. So I saw a couple things. I saw like terms, and I also saw distribution. Okay. So Tiffany, we're just solving equations with right now with the variable on the same side of the equal sign. Yep. Exactly. We're doing the same exact thing. Good. So we don't have to FOIL, but we just have to, and I think you mean distribute. Yep. So we have to distribute. So one parenthesis is going to get the distribution of the 9. And another parenthesis is going to get the distribution of not 6, but a negative 6. Remember, the signage is always to the left of your number. Include that. Yes, it is a minus sign, but it's also a negative for the 6. So let me cover this part up so we can focus on one thing at a time. So we have 9 times 3x. That gives us our 27x. And then we have 9 times 6, and that will give us our positive 54. Okay, how are we feeling so far? Good, nice, Kia. All right, Red Diamond, I appreciate that. That's it. Good. Just don't forget, Big Al, the plus sign in between the X and the 54. That'll be awesome. Hello, Eddie. How are you? Okay, you'll wait for others to get it. I appreciate it, Red. I appreciate it. You are truly a diamond. So far, so good. Okay, same Leslie. Don't forget about the plus sign between the X and the 54. Okay, need math exercises. Hey, this is what we do. Okay, so now we're going to come over to this lovely red section that I made, and we're distributing a negative 6. So negative 6 times a positive 7, that gives me a negative 42. And don't forget my x. Well, you can forget my x because, we're done. All right, so negative 6 times negative 3. A negative times a negative, that gives me a positive. And then 6 times 3 gives me 18. Only thing that's left is bringing down the equals 12. All right, are we okay so far? Okay. All right, well, thank you, Island. Appreciate it. All right, so I'm seeing a whole lot of negative 42x's plus 18. Okay. So good. Love that. We got Kia. Hey, Jocelyn. Okay. Good. Christian, how are we doing? All right. Now, yes. Now we're going to get those like terms. So let me come over here. If anything, let me cover this part up. Because the less distraction you guys have, the more focus you can get this stuff. And you'll see how much easier it is. All right, so we have our 27x and our negative 42x. That's one set of like terms. Another set of like terms is my positive 54 and my positive 18. Okay? Using different colors, you can use erasable pens if you want to. The reason why I do math in pen, it shows up more for the live. Okay? Normally, I'm a pencil check. All right? So, let's do it. So I'm seeing 54 plus 18. I'm seeing negative 15 plus 72. What's missing? So negative 15x plus 72. Negative 15 is my big L. Good. There we go. That negative 15x plus 72. Jenny, negative 15x plus 72. Okay, Batty is saying 27 minus the 42. Correct. Tell me what that gives me. Kaya saying negative 15x plus 72. Jocelyn, negative 15x plus 72. Phew. Is that ta? Negative 15. Don't forget about the x, Big Al. I saw you with the negative 15x plus 72. Awesome. All right. Yes, there you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so bringing that down, I'm going to bring it a little bit closer over here. So we got our negative 15x. And then we have the blue. We have our plus 72. Then we're bringing down our equals 12. All right, so now cover this up and let's see how simple it is. Okay, you don't have to feel like, because I know when I see something like that, I'm like having palpitations and all kinds of stuff. So that's why sometimes I like to cover it so I can be like, all right, brain, I just want you to focus here. So now, what should we do? So Big Al's telling me subtract 72. Okay, some other people told me subtract 72. Sorry, I'm trying to give credit when credit is due. Okay, okay, what step did I miss? I'm not sure. Okay, Kristen said 42. Kia says subtract 72. Give me an answer of 4. Got another person an answer of 4. Let's subtract the 72. Love numbers, but I have 0 math skills. How do you say you have 0 math skills and you're doing well with this? Make it make sense. You're doing fine. All right, Kylie. Kylie's like, shut up. We'll be all right. Okay. How did I get? Hold on. There was a question. Wait a second. How did you get 15x? Okay, we combined the 72 minus 42. So if you owe me $42, you gave me 72, you owe me 15. All right. All right, so we are going to subtract our 72 on both sides. So 72 minus 72 gives me 0, but I don't need that 0 as a placeholder because I still have this negative 15x. All right, so now we have our 12. Oops. Sorry. We have our 12, and yes, Big Al said negative 60. Jocelyn, negative 60. Was way ahead of the problem when I said subtract both sides. Okay, Gabby said negative 60. Kai said negative 60. Mercy, welcome back. Negative 60. Tay, welcome back. Negative 60. Lost right here. Okay. Black and Beauty saying 30. Diana saying negative 60. Oh my God, how do you minus 72 from 12? Okay, so we got negative 84, we got 40, we got minus 60. Okay, Red Diamond, I know you were biting. Okay, so if you owe me $72 and you gave me 12, you still owe me $60. So now I have to divide that negative 15 on both sides. So that gives us our x equals a negative divided by a negative gives me a positive. And then 60 divided by 15 gives us 4. Okay. Okay, so going at it step by step. Okay. If you're able to get like a little sliver piece of paper, if they give you anything, just take a little bit at a time so it can cover and you can follow your steps bit by bit. Okay. All right. Why did I divide 15x? I divide by that negative 15 so we can isolate the variable. I'm glad you love this. Good idea? Yes, I know. Gets kind of overwhelming after a while. All right. What was your favorite type of problem? Did you subtract or add? I subtracted. The reason why, when the signs are opposite, you're really subtracting. Okay, so if you owe me 42 and you gave me 72, you're not going to owe me, 69? I mean, I'll take it, but I know that's going up. So when the signs are different, you're actually subtracting. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Every Saturday, I'm on every day. Usually at 7 o'clock. All right, so we should be at 50 now. There's over 700 people here. Stop holding back your love. Tap it on up. We should be at 50 right now. Hell, we really should be at 70 right now. What are we doing? Come on, people. Okay, nice little mad tap. Mad taps are free. Okay, there is another coming. Okay. Oh, little sweetness. Little sweet one. Thank you. Yes, Miss Diana, another one is coming, but I need some taps, babies. Come on. I need definitely more than 50. All right, do graphing? Not tonight. Okay, how can you practice this? Well, you can type you can type solving equations on any search engine. There's tons of free worksheets out there, and you can get a lot of the practice stuff. Now, if you want to practice things to get you ready for the GED, the ASVAB, the ACCUPLACER, you can actually go to my little corner of the world, which is probably one of my links, and there is a self-paced course that will help people with the general math and the algebra, even some of the statistics for GED, ASVAB, ACCUPLACER, TEAS, foundational math. But also, if you want private tutoring or small group tutoring, go ahead and do that. I also do mock practice test for those that are like about to take their GED and they just want to get some clarification. Are they on the same track? Just message me and we'll be able to get the new ones up because I just finished those for the summer. All right. Okay. All right. See it again? Sure, Egypt. Okay, it's like right here. Yep, so you can screenshot it. I'm going to take it down in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Not a problem. So also I sell these notebooks. So this notebook that I'm currently working out of, I actually designed. Yeah, I did this. This is what I did. See, look what I can do. So I got tired of my students not having their organizations. So I have like 100+ pages of the dots, which gives you the formula and the steps, as well as a grid page. But this is what makes it special. What makes it special is my resource page in the very back. So if you have trouble with your multiplications, you don't know how to find factors for radicals, how to find factors when you're doing factoring, I have numbers from 1 all the way to 200. This book is designed for 7th graders that are going into pre-algebra all the way up. This particular book right here, all the way up to like Algebra 1, but also those college algebra courses, the intermediate algebra classes. This is perfect for you as well. This is for 7th through adults. So we have the terminology for word problems. We have the squares and the cubes. Also, We have linear and quadratic equations in those phrases. Like we said, the order of operation, properties of exponents, how to do decimal operations, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, as well as fractions. You forget a lot of these things, you've probably forgotten. Okay, also how to do the conversion from a percent to a decimal, a fraction to a decimal. We're going to place values. Okay, looking at the distance and speed formulas, measures essential tendencies, arithmetic and geometric sequence, system of equations, system of inequalities, graphing linear inequalities. Okay, this and a couple more. Pythagorean theorem, a little bit of trig, a little bit of volume, surface area, and area and perimeter, unless we're talking about a circle, which is circumference. Try to say that 5 times fast. Right? How long is shipping? Is usually 1 week. So if you are interested in purchasing one of my notebooks, this one is for pre-algebra all the way up to algebra 1. But I do have another one for algebra 2 / pre-calculus. So, and that has like a different reference as well. So if you're interested in that, this is where you can go. All right. Calculus, not yet. Not yet. Yes. Or angel on earth. I mean, you know, sometimes the halo's a little tilted, if you know what I mean. You know. But we have all of this. Could it help with physics? I would say with the algebra 2 and the pre-calculus one, that will help a little bit with some physics. Okay? All right. So let's get back to it. Okay? And I'll show you exactly how we can get it. Okay? Let me do this one more problem and then I'll just show you exactly how you can get it. Now, also, if some of you guys would love to stay, but you can't because it's Saturday and you rather party, not a problem. If you go here and you type in this, either my name, Audrey Codner, or you type in ACG Math Tutoring, I have a playlist of all my lives that I've done on TikTok since February the 2nd. So there's a lot of videos on there. There was a couple of times I used to go twice a day because I was crazy, right? So I would love for you, now this live schedule is going to change because school is starting back up. So I would love for you to subscribe, like, comment, share, and also turn on your notifications. I swear I'm not going to get crazy with it, but if you do need to go, this is where you can go and just go here and type in that and just go ahead and subscribe. Give me a few hours for this one, but it's completely updated until like yesterday. All right. So taking that down in 3, 2, 1. All right. So here we go with number 5. So we worked on it. What happens? Oh, I already flipped it. How about this? We got 11x minus 3 equals 7x plus 25. I'm going to see if I can zoom in so everyone can see. So we have 11x minus 3 equals 7x plus 25. What's different? Let me put my divide here real quick. Put in the chat, what's different? What's different? Baddie's saying get them on one side. Okay, get X on the same side. Hey, Mia, welcome back. Penny, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so we need to get our X's on the same side. Now, before, our X's were on the same side. Now, this is the part that everyone really needs to pay attention. Because when you start doing things really quickly, your brain sometimes doesn't catch up. Now, when I have X's on both sides, I can't just say, oh, okay, 11 plus 7, that gives me 18X. No, There is a wall, there is a barrier between the equal signs. So we need to move. And you can move your x either to the left or move this x to the right. You're going to get the same answer. I know you were in school and everybody said, put it on the left, put it on the left. Okay? But I'm going to put it on the left because 11 is larger than 7. And that means I know I'm going to get a positive result when I combine it. So here I look to the left of the 7. There's nothing there, so that means it's positive. So I have to do the inverse, which is subtracting 7x. So when I subtract the 7x, that will give me 0. And now I have 11 minus 7, which gives me 4x. So I'm saying I want to put my x's on the left hand side of my world, right? So that means I want my numbers, my constants, to be on the right-hand side of my equal sign. So that means this minus 3, I want it to go over to the other side. So I need to do the opposite or the inverse of minus 3. So I can do plus 3. Because eventually, guys, you're going to learn to do all of this moving on one line. If you don't like it and you want me to keep it separate, just let me know and I'll do it that way. I don't want it to confuse you. But if you're putting your x's on the left-hand side, that means your constants have to be on the other side. So now we have 25 plus 3. So 25 plus 3 gives me 28. All right. Yes. Good. So you be listening to me? Okay, perfect. All right, beautiful thing. So make sure that's an equal sign. So now we are going to divide both sides by a positive 4. So 4 divided by 4 gives me 1. So we got our x. We got our equals. Now 28 divided by 4, that gives me my 7. So the number that's going to make this a true statement is going to be a positive 7. Okay. Oh, wet bandits. Come on. Hey, Reed, how are you? Courtney. Yes, you were right. Awesome. Okay, you can plug the X in if you want to check it. Yes, you can. It's equal. All right. J's official. I'm okay. All right. Okay, I can explain quadratics, I can do graphing, I can do all those things. But right now, that's going to be for a tutoring session. I'm working on back to the basics right now. Okay, but I appreciate all the plugs. Okay. All right. Because the answer is not negative for algebra. Okay. All right. There you go. So when am I doing word problems? I do word problems on occasion here and there, but we're not doing word problems tonight. Okay. So let's try another one. Let's see. Let me see if I can move this over just a smidge. So we have 5 parentheses, 2x plus 4 equals 4 times 3x plus 7. Okay. Okay. Well, see, here's the thing, Silent Sky. You don't have to wait for the quadratics. Again, if you go here and you type in either ACG Math Tutoring or my name, you can see videos. I've been doing this video since February 2nd. And and if you type in the search engine quadratic equations, you'll see tons of those videos. Okay? Same for people that want to see graphing. If you want to see graphing, linear equations, quadratic equations, go and take a look here. Type in that and make sure you subscribe, and then you can see all those videos. Okay? This is not my first go around. It's not my first rodeo. Okay, not a problem. Is AC my initials? Yes. What is G? G used to be my initials. Then I got divorced. We had to cut that out. All right. So, first thing, here we go with my equal sign. Let me see where my barrier is. Going right there. Next, we are distributing. So let me cover up this side for a second so we can focus on the distribution on the left-hand side. So now we have 5 times 2x and 5 times 4. Okay, so we have 5 times 2x, that gives us 10x, plus 5 times 4 gives us 20. Now, we're going to cover up that side so we can focus on the right-hand side. So here, we're going to take our 4 and distribute to everything inside the parenthesis. So 4 times 3, that gives us 12. Making sure I put it on the right line. And plus 4 times 7 gives us 28. Okay. Good so far? Good. All right. Excellent. Loving to see the 10x plus 20. Good job, Kia. Job anomalous. 1, 2. There we go. All right. So now, good, Big Al. You're going to get those light terms. Okay, so far you're feeling great. Awesome. All right. So this is when you make a decision. Okay? And really the decision, what you want to do, is not too tragic. So let's say you want your x's. All right? Say you want your x's on the right-hand side. The reason why I picked that is because 12 is bigger than 10. I want to keep it positive. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to subtract my 10x. If you subtract the 12x, do it all the way through so we can compare our answers. Okay? So that means positive 10 minus 10 cancels out to give me a 0. So now here I have 12 minus 10, which gives me an answer of 2x. But now, if I'm claiming my right side for my x's, then my 28 needs to go. So I need to move this positive 28 over to the other side of the equal sign. So I need to do its inverse, which is minus 28. Okay, we have our equal sign here. Then 20 minus 28, that gives me a negative 8. So if you think of it, you owe me $28. You paid me $20. I want my $8. Don't make me hunt you down, okay? I'm a Libra. That's what I do. I may be sweet, but I will get my money. All right? So now we're dividing everything by 2. The reason why we're doing 2 is because we want to get that x by itself. So negative 8 divided by positive 2 gives me a negative 4. Okay. So for all of my panicky students, the answer is -4. Why is she ignoring me? I'm not. Oh, Team Libra, hi. Yeah, I'm a September one. Yep. Look at y'all, you October ones. Oh, okay. Oh, we represent. You forgot all of this? That's all right, yo mama. You're here. You're here as a refresher. There you go. Same answer, different order. Good, Mia. Thank you. Yep. Oh, look at all these October 15th. September here? Yes. Okay. December 11th. All right, we got some Virgos in the house. All right. Look at everybody representing themselves. Okay. So you're doing college algebra this year? No problem. Stop with the sad face. Guess what? You found somebody that can help you through. Hello. How you doing? All right, everyone represent your signs. What we got? Represent your sign and tap. Because really, I should be at 75 by now. Come on, people. Don't be stingy with your love. Okay, you will need help with your 6th grader? Okay. What math is your 6th grader having? Because I don't know if they're doing pre-algebra or anything. You're hiring for my grandkids? All right, not a problem. You know where to find me. Just message me. That's all it is. Yeah, I was going to say, you should be having regents on Tuesday. How can I help you? Wow. Like today is the 6th. I've been working with a young lady on regents for the past 3 weeks. I mean, if you had, just go ahead and message me. And let's see what we can do. I don't know. We could probably do something tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we definitely gonna have to do something on Monday. Okay, where do you message me? If you go to my profile, there's like a way that you can message. Or if anything, at the very bottom where it says service, there's a way that you can email me. Can I do an Algebra 2 examples? I have done, Bobby. Again, if you go to my YT, they're there. But right now I'm really working on the basics because I know there's a lot of people that are either getting themselves ready for the school year or they're finishing up or they're trying to get themselves ready for GED. And I don't know how everything else in other states are, but I know in Baltimore City, they shut down a lot of places that was helping people with their GEDs, and people couldn't afford it because all the federal funding just went kaput. So a lot of people are just trying to get themselves ready for like in the next couple of weeks. So I'm trying to help out as best I can. Okay, so you need to retake Algebra 2. Okay, the radiology program. All right, definitely reach out to me. I'm like, yes. Okay. Now, is it legit diplomas, Erica, or is it a certification? Because sometimes they'll say it's a diploma, but make sure that the classes are accredited. I know. I hate to say, sometimes we gotta check that out. Yeah, it's not a problem by the states. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Well, everyone check it out. Now, is it still going? Like, because a lot of federal funding has just went kaplooey. And for us, a lot of after school activities. I don't know what people are going to do when the school year is about to start. I'm going to be truthful, especially here in Baltimore. I don't know what people are going to do. So all I can do is, I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. All right, so let's try possibly 2 more. It's like after 8, so possibly 2 more. Yeah, and if anybody, like their kids or their grandkids, need to do summer packets, because some schools do give their students summer packets, and the kids probably forgot throughout the summer, and that's usually like the very first homework assignment. If that is needed, check their book bags from last year. You're going to find a lot of great stuff in that book bag, by the way. Check that bag to see if there's anything like that. If so, if your child needs help with breaking those things down, please reach out. Get me now, because once early September, a couple of my former kids from last year contacted me. So yeah, I'm going to get really busy this year. I have a feeling. All right. All right. So if anyone needs help with that. Okay. In Arizona, it is. Okay. All right. Thank you, Erica, for sharing this information. I really appreciate that. Because any information that we can get to help each other out, I think that will be very beneficial for everybody. Okay. All right. Don't freak out. I forgot to tell you that. Because I know people are like, oh my dear God, why is there so much? Okay. Remember, take it in small steps. Okay. All right, so I'm seeing different things happening. I'm seeing putting together the X on the right. So Diana said that. Kayla said combine like terms first. I forgot how to do this. Not a problem. I appreciate you saying that. Good job. Bossman is saying what? Divide 5 by 25. Then Maya is saying, Mia. Why did I say Maya? Weird. Step 1, isolate the X. Big Al said negative 3X. Yes, I have been a year. Graduating date. All right. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Okay, Kayla saying subtract the 3x. Okay, so we're combining like terms. So first off, yes, if I take a look over here, I got 3x minus 25. All right, there's nothing I can combine there. There's no like terms there. But if I come over to the other side, I notice I have 2 x's on that same side. Okay, you don't have to subtract the 11 and then subtract the 2x. Combine those two bad boys first, okay? Combine them first. So 11x plus 2x, that gives me my 13x. And then we bring down the minus 5. Okay, bring down the equal sign, bring down the 3x minus 25. Now that we've done that, that's a 13. Now we want to get our x's on the same side. So some people are saying subtract the 3x. I'm more than willing to do that. So if I subtract 3x on both sides, so 3x minus 3x, they cancel out. What's left was a negative 25. My equals 13 minus 3, that gives me a 10x. Bring down the minus 5. Okay, so now we're focusing on this. All right, good. We got our 10x's, good. All right, user did it. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you, Andy. Look at this. Look at all the love that's going on around here. I appreciate that. Okay, no pressure, no stress. All right, so now I'm seeing a negative 20. I'm seeing a plus 5. That means we are adding the 5 to both sides. The reason why we are not adding the 25 is if I take that 25 and I bring it over here, there's nothing over here. We got to even it out, okay? We can't be top heavy. Not good. Not good for the back. So we have negative 25 plus 5. That gives us a negative 20. Bring down my equals. And then we have our 10x. So now we want to isolate that variable. So 10x, there's no plus or minus in between, so that means this is multiplication. And the inverse of multiplication is division. And we are dividing by 10 because we want to get the x by itself. Okay, remember, we're trying to like filter everything down. It's like a funnel. Okay, we start very massive, large, and then we slowly bring it down to our final answer, which we have our x, and then negative 20 divided by a positive 10 gives me a negative 2. All right. Yes, Elliot, negative 2. Good. Egypt, nice. Good job, everyone. So proud of you. Okay. I know for some of us, we haven't seen this since we were a fetus. Now all of a sudden you're like, oh God, my brain, that part of the brain, what is that? What is that? I'm getting a headache. It hasn't been stimulated in a long time. Okay, we got it all through the scroll, or flip. But now we're just breaking things down, right? Okay. Yes, so when you do check it, you're plugging in your negative 2's for any time you see an x in that original equation. So if I plug that negative 2 in for this x, 3 times negative 2 gives me that negative 6. And negative 6 plus plus negative 25 or minus 25, you're going to add. So that will give you a negative 31. Okay. Houston, girl, you know I'm always praying for you guys, but I'm not going to pray for that. You know this. It's just, and I'm going to tell you, when you take your class, the first session is going to be like, oh, okay, I think I can do this. And then probably like around the third, maybe the fourth class, you're going to be like, whoa, they're really starting to pick up the pace. And because they are. Okay, so these classes, even though you may get going for like 12 weeks, you're basically trying to learn almost a whole year of math in 12 weeks. Maybe even 16. Doesn't matter. It's still not enough time. Okay, so if you do need someone to help translate those things, break down those concepts, maybe help prepare you for a quiz, just reach out. That's why I'm doing this. Not only that I'm here to give inspiration, I'm also here to break down and to sell my services. You know, this is what I do. I develop these books. I develop courses. I'm currently working on another workbook. So you do yours in 8 weeks, Erica. That is too much. Way too much. Yeah, I know. Because you're basically learning like 3, possibly 4 concepts in one day. And is your classes like 4 to 5 hours long or something weird like that? Okay, you have 16 weeks. Yes, each term. Yeah, I know. That's too much. It's too much. Our brains are not designed to take in that much information. We are not human computers. Like, we're not. Sorry. All right. But now you have a place to go. Okay, now you have a person. So if we ever, and I'm putting this out here, I said this, close to the end last year, but, it's a different time, different group. If we ever need to get together and make a college algebra group, again, I always say I get a lot of love and appreciation from TikTok. So I'm going to tell you, I'm expensive one-to-one. Like, I charge $87 an hour. I'm good at what I do, and I'm actually, I need to raise my prices, to be honest with you. But if we can do a small group of like college algebra, having no more than like, say, 7 people per group, I would charge $5. I would be ridiculous. Like, I would charge 5. I would maybe even charge 10, no more than 10. But if we need to do like a small group, I'm more than willing to do that. But it has to be with people that want it. I'm not going to give up my time just for S and giggles. Okay. All right. So if we need to do that, when you're about to start your course and you'll say, hey, Audrey, is there any way that we can do blah, blah, blah? All right. But it's got to be something that everyone has to want to do. Because if I'm giving up one of my 87 slots for you guys, and then all of a sudden I feel like I'm being used, I will be out in a heartbeat. Again, I'm a Libra. Do not mistake my kindness for weakness. All right? So just keep that in mind. Yeah. It clicks for some. And that's true. That's what I'm saying. That is so true. Yep. And I also have my videos. Yep. Any of this. And this is going to be one of them. I have like my videos here. I have courses. I'm working on a workbook. And if you are a left-handed person, I also designed a left-handed notebook. Notice how it opens. All right. So, hey, lefties need love too. All comforts, and you still get the same resources in the back. So this one, I'm still waiting for my my other one with the Algebra 2 and pre-calculus, but this one's like pre-algebra to Algebra 1. So it just gives you the basic concepts. So again, if you want to have a notebook, it takes usually a week for this to be delivered, like exactly 5 days. All right. So again, if you want that, you can go to my personal bookstore. There is one. The left-handed books are not on the A app. And we all know the A, where anacondas and all that fun stuff live. Yeah. The brown box with the smiley face. Yeah. So I have books there, but I only get like 50 cents a book. So if we go here for the bookstore, at least you'll get it within a week. Alrighty. All right. There you go. Don't be super scared. Don't be super scared. It's okay. All right. One more time. Let me make sure I'm not repeating myself. Okay. So I'm going to put it here. Yeah, I should be at 75 by now, guys. Keep on. I know, right? One more time. Let's go to 75K, my loves. Let's go. Let's tap. I would be stingy and say I really want to close it up with 100K. I mean, there's over 400 people in this live. My goodness. Like everyone must be getting ready to go back to school, because I haven't seen numbers like this in a minute since school's ended. So now you have a resource, guys. Now you have a resource. How does it feel? Because this is exactly what I do. I just break concepts down. I try not to assume. I try not to pressure. But at the same time, you can do this. You can, you will, and you must. You want to get that diploma. You want to get that job. You want to get a higher position in the military. No one wants to clean the toilets. I don't want you to clean the toilets. You can clean your own damn toilet. You don't have to be all the way in Afghanistan in a hot tent with those camel spiders. Have you seen the camel spider? Yeah. Look that up. It's nothing like huntsman spider in Australia? I swear, everything in Australia is just there to kill you. Yeah. Have you seen a huntsman spider? Oh, look that up. Scare the hell out of you for days. You're like, wait, that moved? That flinched? That's real? Nah. Sharks, jellyfish, cane toads. I don't even know if they have mongoose anymore. Have you seen the kangaroos? Jacked up. Like, is there a weight training going on in Australia? They even got their little Joeys pumping iron, looking swole. What is happening? What's next? The koala? Losing their damn minds? Woo. They're like, we're taking our land back. Right? Okay. You need to take the 715. That's why you're here. Okay. It's okay. Yep. That's why you're here. Okay. It's okay. Yep. Not a problem. Just having too much fun. Gotta charge my phone up. All right. Well, just in time. We got one more. Then we are done. Bliff. Fiend. All right, so Big Al saying 42x plus 12. Ooh. Let's see what everyone else has. Yes, do it. Go ahead. I mean, from beginning to end, go ahead. I want to see what you guys can get. All right, more than willing to sit here. I'm going to sit here for about another, let's say, minute 15. Okay, and then you just put your answers up. Okay, so I want to know what x equals. I want you to do the whole thing. Let's do this. Do the whole entire thing. Tell me what x equals. But hold your answer. Do not put your final answer in. Wait for like another... All right, I'm going to put more time. Wait for another 45 seconds. Wait for another 45 seconds. And then put your answers down. I'll let you know. Okay? All right. No problem. I wasn't clear on the direction, so that was really my fault. Okay? Just give it a try. Get into it. Get all a little bit dirty in there. Well, not too, you know what I'm saying. Keep it clean. Stop being filthy. Nasty. I gotcha. Yeah, because sometimes like you have to learn how to be a detective when it comes to word problems. Pulling out what you need and then reading what they're looking for. I love when people solve a question and you're like, all right, did you answer the question? They're like, what? I'm like, okay. Let's start there. Oops. Not sure? Okay, that's fine. All right. So go ahead and put your answers if you already have it. Put your answers in the chat. Let's see. And remember, question marks are also an answer. You know, thank you for your honesty. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so let's see what you guys got. So we got some sixes. Sacred saying sixes. Hannibal, how are you? Saying 6. Randy negative 36. Tay 6. Robert saying 6. Big Al no paper. Sorry. What? Okay. Houston saying we're going to distribute. Yes. Is that Cena saying 6? Diana saying 6. Can't help. You're not sure. Okay. Got you. Okay, not sure. Thank you so much for your honesty when you guys are saying, I don't know, and I'm not sure. That's perfect as an answer. Okay, you failed algebra. But here's the thing. You're here, you're trying, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you for your transparency. Okay? It's just because you weren't sure what to do and you didn't have the guidance. You were afraid. And plus, it was a different world and you just didn't understand it. Okay? So we're going to here to break it down for you. Okay? You're taking it again in the fall? Got you. Now you got someone that can help you with it. Okay? Okay, so I got a 10. Can we get 3 minutes so I can solve it quickly? Hurry up. My teacher put in the harder class too. Not a problem. Yeah, I'm noticing that. Ever since COVID, have you noticed that the curriculum has gotten way faster? And some states and some districts are doing a whole year, let's say a whole year of algebra in one semester. So they're doing like Algebra 1 one semester and Algebra 2 the second semester. Why? Like, people need a review, and they're not. Okay, Houston's saying 36x plus 48. Yes, like, it's craziness. And then all of a sudden, like, you barely passed Algebra 1, and all of a sudden, like, let's put her in honors geometry. What crack pipe are we smoking from? What are we doing? And then, of course, you don't notice it until you get your schedule. And that's usually, like, the official schedule is, like, the first day of school. Because they'll give you a temporary one, but you know there's always going to be changes because you realize that, you need an art credit, so that screwed up your whole entire schedule. So now they have to, like, redo the whole thing. All right. Math pipeline. I know. Okay. All right. They're getting rid of... Why? And that's like your bridge to... Okay, I know why, but I'm going to try to keep it to myself. It's craziness. All right, so let's take a look. All right, so let me cover up this side of my equal sign. And yes, just like many of you guys mentioned, I need to distribute. So when I distribute, I have 12 times 3x. That gives me my 36x. Plus 12 times 4, that gives me my 48. Then I'm going to cover up this side. And then I have my equal sign. And then I'm going to distribute the 6 to everything in its parenthesis. So 6 times 7x, that gives me 42x. Plus 6 times 2, that gives me 12. Okay, so we did our distribution on both sides. Now, we need cover this part up so it won't get too overwhelming. So now I want to get all my x's on one side. Okay. Just divided both sides by 6 in the first step. No. Okay, it's okay. I mean, you can. Because, well, since they're both being multiplied, yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, you probably could have. Yeah, you could have. All right, good eye. Sorry about that. I retract my no. I take that back. All right, so now we're going to, I'm going to subtract the 36 on both sides. That's 36x. So when I do that, I have my 48. And then we have our 42 minus 36. That gives me 6. Yeah, that's right. So 6x plus 12. You can tell I'm starting to get a little loopy because I'm like, wait, what? Then I subtract 12 on both sides of the equal sign so they can cancel out. Okay. Now I have my 6x is equal to 36. Divide both sides by 6, because we want to get x by itself. 36 divided by 6 gives me 6. So all my peoples that said 6, excellent job. Okay, for the people that weren't sure, talk to me. Okay. What you will see in Algebra 1, all right. Well, you're going to see a lot translating from verbal to algebraic and vice versa. You're going to see a lot of linear equations, so that means anything dealing with the line. Slope, y-intercept, x-intercept, y equals mx plus b, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, which is the point slope form. You're going to be seeing a lot of factoring. You're going to see a lot of solving one-step, two-step, multi-step equations and inequalities, interval notation, compound inequalities as well, absolute values, quadratics. So we're going to be looking at standard form, slope-intercept form, finding the axis of symmetry, a little bit of, arithmetic and geometric sequences, a little bit of area, a little bit of statistics, especially probability. I don't think you're going to see standard deviation. No, you might see standard deviation. They moved that up. It used to be an Algebra 2 thing. They moved that up. Yeah, a whole slew. There's a whole slew. Yes, there you go. So you understand it better? Yes. So it's like, it's less distractions. Less distractions. All right, no problem, Big Al. I'm about to go too, because it's a little after 8:30. I'm trying not to go too long. Okay. All right, well, have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. I think I might be doing the basics of geometry, like the basics. Like adding segment addition and maybe angle addition. Might be doing that. All right, not a problem. You understand? Awesome. They don't change too often. Yeah. What math comes after Algebra 1? Most people, it would be geometry. Now, some states do Algebra 1, Algebra 2, then geometry. Some states do geometry, then Algebra 1, Algebra 2. And some states have what's called Math 1, Math 2, Math 3. Maryland is thinking about going that direction, where you have a combination of algebra and geometry, and statistics. So they're thinking about doing that. Yeah. Tomorrow, not a problem. Maine already has that. Yes. Yeah, I think most of the upstates, because basically we're stealing from New York. I mean, we had that engage NY and we scratched out the NY and put MD. It was very mind-blowing that one year. I was like, wait, this looks familiar. Yes, keep mad tapping. Oh, well, thank you, Cosmic. I appreciate it. You like algebra over geometry? Yeah, especially when it comes to proofing. I'll do it, but it's not my love. Yeah, some people, I truly believe that some people are really good at geometry than algebra or vice versa. Same thing. Okay. Yep. So I'm here every night. Okay. Yep. So tomorrow I'll be on again at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It seems like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for right now, because remember, school is about to start up, seems to be working for me at 7 p.m. But then Monday through Thursday, I'm on at 9:30 p.m. Yeah, because I have a few kiddos that comes a little bit later. Not a problem, Mr. Sir. Need this refresher? Not a problem. So again, I will say, all right, if you like my notebooks, hey, I do have them on sale. All right. I do sell them, I should say. This is book number 6 since I've been doing my lives. Now, if you want copies of my notes, not this one in particular, but if you want copies of my older notes, I have something called Audrey's Notes. It's a little play on Cliff Notes. And what happens is you get all of my notes that I've done since February 2nd, and you can use to like follow along. So let's say for instance, this was on matrices of adding and subtracting. And if you scan this QR code, it will take you directly to the live for matrices. And this is back in April 22. And you can see me going through all this step by step. So you can probably use the book as like a reference. I can see it for like homeschool parents. I can see it for remediation. I can see it for enrichment. But like if you're about to take your GED or ASVAB or ACCUPLACER like relatively soon, I don't think this book's going to help you. Okay, I think a tutoring session, because then I can see what you're missing and we can make the corrections right away. So I think if you're thinking about buying something other than the notebooks, please reach out to me. I don't want you to waste money on anything. I would love to get it so I'll be able to pay for my basic needs. That's it. But I'm not here to just take your money and just give you garbage. I want you to get stuff that you're going to use. And I'd rather you reach out to me. We sit down. We talk about what your goal is. When are you going to take the test? And so we can come out with a plan and see what will be your best option. Okay? So I would love for you to buy everything. You know, right now, book 5 is up and ready to go in my personal bookstore. But if you need something that you're thinking about taking the test, like say next month, yeah, don't bother with that one. Okay? But if you're taking a class, I think the math notebook is going to help you. And if it'll just help you, especially the reference piece. Okay? And then especially the factoring if multiplication is not your thing. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for the follow. Yeah, go ahead. Watch the YouTube channels. Sorry, YT. So I feel so restricted. Like I just want to speak. I know I'm really into lava lamps. I'm sorry. That's like my thing. All right. But if you go here, you can go here. And you can see all of my videos. I'm telling you, from February 2nd. This one's going to take me some time to put it up there, but it will be up there. Okay? So all I would love for you guys to do is subscribe, like, comment, share, and then if you can turn on the notification. I usually put like maybe 1, maybe 2 videos out. I still got to work on my shorts. I'm a little behind on the shorts, but you know, it's called life. Yeah. What about 2nd grade math? That is not me. I'm going to tell you, Alicia. That's not me. But I do have a friend. Her thing, I'm going to try to put in the chat. It's called like Read, Write, Math. I think that's what her thing's called. It's called like Read. Her name is Bridget. Halster. I'm not sure if she goes with her name, but I'm gonna see if I can. Let me see if I can find her exactly, so I can copy and paste. Give me one moment, because I want to make sure I get the right person for you. I was like, I'm not the person. I feel like saying to her, you need a easier name to remember. But who am I to say that to another person? Or is it read math? Yeah, just give me a moment, please, everyone. I would greatly appreciate you. Because she's so patient, and that would just makes it so much easier. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Not at all. Alright. I don't know. I'm seriously trying to find her name. I think it's read math. Read math, right? Alright, I cannot find her. But if anything, if you can shoot me a message. If you could shoot me a message just to remind me, and I can give you. No, it's not more. It's it is Bridget, but her last name is Halster. Watch, as soon as we get off this live, I'm gonna be like, oh, there she is. I know, because it's the story of my life. She's new to TikTok, but not new to teaching. She still is a teacher, but she's so patient and so kind with it. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so please reach out to me. Send me a message. Can I go over algebra? You know how much algebra there is? My goodness. I was just telling people that it's going to take forever in a day. All right, so there's roughly 180 or 178. I know we're starting to wind down. If we are so close to 100K, we're at 94 to be exact. Can we, if we all do a mad tap, can we get to that 100K? That will be awesome. That would be awesome, awesome, awesome. And then we are done for tonight. So if the remaining of us can do a mad tap, or if anyone has any questions while you're tapping, please let me know. Any kind of weird things, well, maybe not weird things, that you want to know about me. I've been in the classroom for 22 years, so I was definitely in those trenches. I was one of those teachers that I didn't want to just sit back and wish and hoped. I was one of those people that like, hey, we can do this. And of course, everybody else was like, I don't think I want to do this. I'm like, oh my God. Don't you want our kids to learn? Don't you want our kids to advance? So it's always something weird. But this is going into my 6th. Why is this repeating so many times? All right, something weird's happening to my system. Because it's like repeating everything in the chat, which is weird. I don't know. I just exist. I just live here. But if anything, what was I saying? Oh, I'm going into my 6th year of tutoring. I just decided I got sick and tired of the emails and the meetings, and I wanted to do something a little bit more. Okay, the constant E, do I cover this? Yes. So E is usually seen in logs and exponential. So E is like coming from the natural log. But if anything, take a look here, because I know I did a lot of stuff with the natural logs and common logs. Yeah, now all of a sudden I can't see my stuff. Oh wait, I can see some things. But now I can't see some of these comments, which is weird. Yeah, my computer's gone crazy. Yeah, not a problem. All right, almost done, almost there. Almost there. So even before teaching, I used to be a professional basketball player. You can actually Google me. Just type in Audrey Codner basketball, and you'll see I'm inducted into 2 Hall of Fames. Used to play overseas, Luxembourg, Sweden. My favorite place was Iceland. Loved it there. Still have friends that I talk to on Facebook. I would love to go back just to visit. We had some good times over there. Good times. And especially being an African American woman in a small town called Sterkroker. Yeah. Like, people just didn't know what to do. They literally, when I went to the springs this one time, not my friends, but when I went to the springs, people were concerned. They thought I was going to dirty the springs. It doesn't come up. But yeah, that was the hoot of the nanny. But a lot of people, when you don't, you're like, this is something brand spanking new to them. The only Black people that they saw was the Cosby Show, and I was there back in 1999, and they just released the Cosby Show. They're a little behind. Yeah, so, and I remember going back, they decided to have Valentine's Day because they didn't have Valentine's Day before. So that was always interesting. All right. Yay. 100K. I'm good. I am so good. I know, right? Well, anyway, guys, I appreciate your time and your attention. I do not want to take any more of your Saturday night. I hope you guys have fun scrolling. Enjoy all the cat videos and all kinds of shenanigans. Just be safe. If you're in my Washington, D.C. area, please be careful, be safe. I know we're fighting a good fight, but at the same time, they're trying to do the same thing up here in Baltimore and Maryland. I haven't seen that much police activity in a long time. And I went out last night and I was like, oh, so this is what they're talking about. So yeah, just be safe. And if anything, keep being amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Every little positive thing that you're doing is making tremendous strides in this life. Okay, I'm so proud for the people that are going back to school, that want to get a little bit better. I'm proud for the people that are facing their fear of math and trusting me to help you break it down to you. And all in all, just continue to be great people. All right, so I will see you here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to do a little bit more math. Maybe, like I said, just do a little basics with geometry. When I say basics, I mean basics. Like, this is a point, this is an angle, this is how you read the angles, and so forth. And then do some angle addition and segment addition. Okay, so we can practice up a lot of the math that we did tonight. Alrighty? Okay, have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.